OK, well, let's join our commentary team with Terry Gibson and John Driscoll.
Good evening and welcome along as Barcelona attempt to stretch their winning run in LaLiga to 10 games against one of only 2 sides to have beaten them this season. Given what's coming up this month, you'd forgive Barca if they relaxed against Getafe. But as Pep Guardiola says, they're still 4 points behind in the race for the title, and they can't afford to make a mistake. It's an amazingly attacking-looking Barcelona side as Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets return. Cuenca's in as well, Fabregas suspended, Piqué and Alves injured. Promised to give Terry Gibson a few minutes to figure out the Barcelona formation, exactly who might play anywhere near the back. So for Getafe, the South African international Seppo Masilela returns from a long injury layoff. Eddie Larsson's on the bench. Ruben Perez pairs up with Casquero in the midfield as Michel is left out as well. And Juan Valera, the man who scored that famous goal for Getafe to beat Barcelona earlier in the season, is left out. Barcelona in their traditional deep red and blue shirts. It's their 55th match of the season. It's their 26th of this year. Now remember, the winter break in Spain is only 1 weekend effectively. They've got at least 10 more games to play. Chelsea will be hoping it is just 10. Xavi whips it into the danger area. And the goalkeeper's had a pretty good run of late. Miguel Moya takes it comfortably.
No flag there from the assistant referee. Busquets was the player closest. In swinging delivery from Xavi. Busquets is there. Alexis Sanchez is there, and there we can get a definitive touch. Any touch would have taken it past Moya.
And a miscontrol by Pedro, who was delighted to have got a league goal, only his 2nd of the season against Zaragoza.
This is the 3-man defensive system from Pep Guardiola tonight. We wasn't sure which 3 it was going to be, but it's Mascherano central, Puyol on the right, Adriano on the left. Busquets playing his usual role just in front of the defence.
So the only player in the 11 who started his career and has played his whole career as a defender is Puyol. Mascherano pretty much is converted, Adriano likewise. But we saw him playing many years for Sevilla, occasionally as a fullback, but mainly as a winger. Not short of wingers in this particular formation, Barcelona. It's Busquets, and a little touch there for Lionel Messi. 60 goals for the season. First man since 1973 in Europe, the whole of Europe to do that. Cata Diaz concedes a corner with Alexis Sanchez sniffing around in that penalty area. Good early pressure here from Barcelona.
Yeah, and sharp play as well, particularly from the strikers of Barcelona. The movement is good. The passing, as we know, is always crisp and precise. On a couple of occasions now. Getafe just cleared their lines.
Messi taking the corner, going short. Little swap of passes with Pedro, and then Messi puts it in. It's the defender who got a big touch on that. It was Miku, the top scorer, back there for a save out of his own goalkeeper in Miguel Moya. Might have been a little touch on it from Puyol. Would have been an own goal though if it had gone beyond the goalkeeper.
See Barcelona have worked the short corner kick routine. Puyol gets a flick, but definitely the touch comes off of Miku. Really wrong foots Moya. Good reactive save from the keeper.
Mascherano has to concede a corner here under pressure from Miku. 9 goals this season. Picked him up on a free transfer from Valencia.
It's going to be interesting to see if Luis Garcia thinks this is a genuine attempt at scoring a goal, or whether he's, like a lot of teams, he's going to be concerned about the counter-attack if his team don't get a finish on it.
Poor delivery. Appeals for the handball. I thought there was a case actually against Ruben Perez. Seemed to miscontrol it. Atletico Madrid loan signing. There's Moya also on loan. Funnily enough, they are owned by the Royal Emirates Group, Getafe. But the oil men haven't turned on the cash tap just yet for Luis Garcia. Signings were all loan signings and free transfers in the summer just gone. He left Levante to come to Getafe. It's Pedro Rios with a cross that he overhit. Just for a second there, he had Victor Valdez backtracking.
They are in good form at the moment. Getafe just 1 defeat in the last 6, and 4 wins and a draw. They come here mid-table, no real pressure on them. They have aspirations, I guess, of trying to get towards a European place, but they can come here tonight, express themselves, play with a freedom, and they could be dangerous opponents.
It was late November when Juan Valera got the header that beat Barcelona at the Coliseo. And if they take anything off Barca tonight, they might just have effectively handed the title to their Madrid neighbours. Real Madrid beat Getafe home and away. Adriano to Andres Iniesta, an expert at unlocking tight defences. Here's Cuenca, miscontrolled by him, and Masilela was quickly in with the challenge. Had a thigh injury, the South African, replaces Mane tonight, who's suspended anyway. Big Juan Rodriguez goes back to Alexis. It's not the best of back passes there by Alexis. Yes, another loan signing, the central defender.
I think it's a reasonably steady back four that Getafe have in place tonight. Masilela and Miguel Torres, both dependable fullbacks. Experience of Cata Diaz and Alexis, central defence.
Xavi, little deflection on his pass, came off Pedro Rios, throw then to Barcelona. One of those back three comes forward to take Adriano. It's another feature, isn't it, when they do play a back three, those players don't stay at the back.
It becomes a one. Mascherano is the only player, I think, not trying to get forward. Puyol pushing on down the right flank. Adriano attempting down the left side. Busquets will be the obvious player to step in to fill any gaps.
Here's Messi. Lays it off to Iniesta. Adriano back again to Andres Iniesta. He shows to go inside and then drags it on the outside. Familiar move from Iniesta, and the Getafe defenders were aware of that. There's a threat though when they get it forward to Miku, because he's big and strong and he's quite fast.
And he's not going to be up against a back four, is he? At times he might be left on his own, 1 against Mascherano. Zaragoza at the weekend played 2 up front and got the ball forward as quickly as possible. Miranda in particular, big burly centre forward, caused the Barcelona defenders problems.
Mascherano was definitely at fault, wasn't he, for the Aranda goal. Here's Cuenca. Support coming for Isaac Cuenca. Masilela, though, gets a good block in there, and it just was dragged behind by the South African, so it's a corner for Barcelona.
It's good defending for Masilela. Stayed with Cuenca in terms of pace. As Cuenca goes to cross it, he times his challenge perfectly.
Xavi's corner, it's over the head of Puyol. Masilela, I think he got anything on the header. Cuenca will keep it going again. Really broken into the team this season. He's at Cuenca, it's his 26th game. Rare mistake as a pass is put astray, but Xavi seizes on it again for Barca. Now Pedro has a look across the line, decides to try and commit a defender or two. Xavi again. Look how far forward Puyol has stayed here, and he's drifted this one across to Pedro. He came from deep, so he's onside. Messi has to retrieve it. And Xavi, Getafe working hard. And this time the offside flag is raised.
Almost a good movement from Pedro. Just a bit slow to get back in place. He tries to bend his run. Clear offside.
Interesting comments from Pep Guardiola in the build-up to the game that the guys were discussing in the Revista studio before the game, Terry, about where they stand in terms of the league battle. I was struck by the fact that he said that they were in a worse position in some ways than when they were 10 points behind, which is, I know it's all an attempt to take the pressure off his team and put it onto Barcelona, onto Real Madrid. Complicated games these football managers play. Here's Pedro.
I think he actually genuinely meant it at times during the season this year, that it was unlikely and not possible that they could win the league. And I don't believe a word of it now. I'm sure there was a spring in the step of the Barcelona players after the result of the weekend from Real Madrid at home, dropping points against Valencia. Don't worry about that. They will genuinely believe that they've got a chance to win the league now.
The gap is at 4. The Clásico coming up soon as Levante away. 2 games against Chelsea either side of the Clásico. They'll play 8 games in April. They played 8 in March, 7 in February, 8 in January. They really keep on coming thick and fast. Scored 161 goals this season. Incredible tally. Cuenca as they look for goal number 162. Miscontrol though by young Cuenca.
Again, I appreciate why Cuenca is in the team. That's to get out wide. He's got pace to get past the defender, but at times I think they don't need to cross it, hopefully, into the box. That will be the easiest part of the defending tonight for Alexis and Cata Diaz. They're going to have to be patient. Getafe got everybody back behind the ball apart from Miku. It's narrow defence again, and they're giving the wide positions again to Barcelona.
Pedro has really stayed wide here. Inside Miguel Torres. Now it's Iniesta with the drive. And the goalkeeper felt he had to get down.
Couldn't take any chances, could he? I thought it was going to come back off the upright, at the very least. Field for sure. No, it is an effort that he has to make the dive, make the save. Probably just going past the post.
Moyes playing his 100th game in LaLiga tonight. He was at Mallorca successfully. They sold him to Valencia. Now Alexis Sanchez, good pace, Alexis Sanchez, and a fabulous finish. And Barcelona are off and running yet again. Super goal by the Chilean. Just what Barcelona needed, an early goal to settle the nerves.
Been patient. I know it's only for 12 minutes, but that for Barcelona is patient. They've had to most of the attacking play in the final third. Found it quite difficult to find an opening, but here, little chest control from Lionel Messi. And Alexis Sanchez just skips past Alexis, the central defender for Getafe. That's the easy part, but what he does there, he doesn't panic. He opens his body up. He goes with power, but he goes with accuracy, places it, curls it past the outstretched goalkeeper Moya. That's the perfect start for Barcelona.
Well, this was a game that they dared not lose against Getafe, the relatively easy one, if you like, of this little sequence that's coming up. Levante away, who are playing very well. The Clásico, the Champions League semi-finals. It's a 12th goal for Barcelona from Alexis Sanchez, his 9th in La Liga. Not a bad return. Paid quite a lot of money to get him in from Udinese in Italy.
It's a terrific finish. So many strikers there once they got past the defender, but they've gone for power, hit it with Alexis' head down. Hope for the best. Saw the gap. Great technique.
Casquero knew that he was offside. He'd run beyond the Barcelona back line, such as it is.
It's the problem for defenders when they face Barcelona. Cata Diaz and Alexis both were trying to do the right thing. They've gone tight on Messi and Alexis Sanchez, but in the blink of an eye, they work a little bit of magic between them. Results in a goal.
Just moved the ball so quickly, didn't he, Alexis? Once he had it from Messi.
Skill and pace, wasn't it? Smashing finish.
It was brave from Pedro, and he carries on, and he's found Alexis again. And here's Pedro! Oh, really good save by Moya. Pedro must have thought that was on its way into the bottom corner.
Again, it's lightning pace when it comes to Barcelona's attacking play. Alexis Sanchez into the path of Pedro. Good save for Moya.
Well, they were queuing up. I mean, Pedro didn't do anything wrong, did he?
Cuenca was there as well. It was good closing down by Xavi in midfield to initially win the ball back. It hasn't been a complacent start. Barcelona could be forgiven for that on occasions. They've really gone for it tonight in the early stages. Playing with intensity, freshness. Of course, we saw Xavi, Iniesta and Busquets rested at the weekend. To me, it looks like they've got the bit between the teeth.
Only dropped points in one home game in the league this season, Barca against Sevilla. Is Messi. Buzz of anticipation, and he releases Xavi, and Xavi, now did that go in? He's claiming the goal. They're looking across the assistant. It was Diaz who came back and hooked it off the line, according to the officials. There's a half a smile there from the big Argentine, isn't it? He's not given too much smiling, Diaz.
And again, twisted inside and out now to defence, but he doesn't give up, never has done. Most people that have watched him over the years for Getafe know he's that type of defender. But this is a brilliant pass, great control from Xavi. Dinks it over Moya. Diaz doesn't give it up. I don't think it's over the line. Clears the shot, it hits the head of Lionel Messi. Still doesn't go in. But Xavi's making a real habit, isn't he, getting in those goal-scoring positions, breaking through from midfield. He runs off the ball. He knows that Messi in particular, and Iniesta, have got the vision and awareness to find those runs that he makes.
Well, the veteran midfielder Casquero seems to have a problem here, doesn't he?
He clashed with Alexis Sanchez, who looks like he came off worse. I think it was a foul by Casquero. It was Alexis Sanchez turned him, tried to get the return pass. He was felled by Casquero. I'm guessing it might be a clash of knees. There's the pass for Messi, inch perfect, Xavi. His head was swivelling around. 3/4 of the ball, I'd say. 90% of the ball over the line.
Just has taken a step towards goal line technology. The mighty Barcelona being denied goals now. But potentially, I'm with you.
My guess went from 75% to 90%, so I'm afraid I'm not much use.
Well, we've seen a couple of replays, not one from a great angle, it must be said. So you have to say that the assistant referee was right to keep his flag down. He's got to be certain it's in.
I would imagine he thinks he's right, because it wasn't travelling very fast, was it? It's not one of those that flashes in. It's a split second. The pace of the finish was quite slow and steady by Xavi. There's no excuse if the assistant referee has got it wrong.
So it's a missed chance then by Xavi.
There's the earlier chance from Pedro. Great save from Moya. Applauding the finish of Alexis Sanchez.
Well, that seemed to be a plan there from Getafe, didn't it? When the ball went back to Victor Valdez, they sprang forward really quickly, but Barcelona just eased themselves into the Getafe half, and Xavi on the ball. Now Messi, the world's third best player, to the world's best player, and Iniesta back again. He finished fourth in that poll of coaches and players and journalists. Here's Xavi again. And Puyol. He's at Cuenca. Getafe working hard, Barcelona staying patient. Iniesta. Pedro stayed wide, he's in space, he's put it into the penalty area. It was Alexis who clears. Puyol keeps them pressed right forward here. Cuenca. Puyol again, and Xavi again. Plays so many passes, has so many touches of the ball, Xavi. Pedro Reyes just after a trailing leg there on the back of Iniesta. It's a free kick for Barca.
See the ability of Iniesta there. Patient build-up, passing game from Barcelona. Sharp passing, I have to say. And all of a sudden, one of them gets the ball, drives towards the defenders, takes them on. This occasion, Pedro Reyes bringing down Iniesta.
So Xavi potentially with the in-swinger, the left foot of Messi. Xavi, and it goes in, and it's headed away by Juan Rodriguez. Nobody forward though for Getafe. They'll try and take possession. Here's Sergio Busquets. Cuenca is staying wide. Notable, isn't it, that the two players detailed to really get the white on the boots. Pedro and Cuenca are doing that. Iniesta to Busquets. Alexis Sanchez this time steps out to collect it. Good pressure though by the yellow shirts of Getafe. Well, likewise though from Barca. Such a feature of their game under Pep Guardiola, of course, is how quickly they work to get the ball back if they do ever give it away. A note there for Eric Abidal, and their fans showing their appreciation for him. Liver transplant operation in the 22nd minute for the Frenchman. Good luck to him. All the wishes of the Barcelona fans and everybody else as well. Terrific player, of course, and we all wish him the very best of luck. Now Messi. Cata Diaz sweeps the leg around to get it. Miguel Torres away. Xavi. Alexis Sanchez went. Xavi decided not to deliver. Takes the safer option to go to Cuenca this time. Alexis Sanchez. Cuenca wants it back again. Here's Puyol. The goal hasn't really changed the pattern of the play. And Cuenca in and away by Alexis. First time ball by Xavi, fully aware of the picture around him, of course. And now they go through the middle, and there he goes again. Oh, and it's a miss from Messi. Took it on first time. You'd have put money on him scoring.
Yeah, it's a miss from Messi. He did hear that. With this pass, Sergio Busquets. The timing of the run from Messi is perfect. Cata Diaz plays him onside. It's a perfect first touch. Sets himself up perfectly well under pressure from Masalela. Should have scored.
Been looking up the goal stats this week just to see what's coming next for Lionel Messi. He's got these 10 games. We presume if he stays fit, he'll play in all of them now. Gerd Muller, the last man to get 60 goals in a season, in Germany in the early 70s. Got 67 that year. If you're interested in your football stats, have a look at the great German Gerd Müller. His marks are the kind of ones that Messi will be looking towards if he does carry on playing like this. 566 goals he scored for Bayern Munich. It's incredible.
He was a goal scorer, wasn't he?
And scored at more than a goal a game for Germany as well. And this was in a time when it's not like in the 20s where there was a real flurry of goals and high-scoring games around everywhere. This was in a pretty tight time as well that Gerd Müller was plying his trade. But Messi is producing similar kind of stats at the moment. He and Ronaldo both closing in on the Spanish record for the LaLiga season. It was only set last year by Ronaldo at 40. Here he goes again. Messi was the target. This time it's overhit.
Just finding a little bit more space now centrally. You made that point, perfect point about the Pedro and Cuenca stretching as wide as possible. You see some of the missing list tonight for Barcelona.
Dani Alves looking particularly stylish tonight, isn't it?
He does try his best, I'll give him that.
There's no flag here. And Getafe are in behind for the first time. Miku's got pace. Has he got support as well? Not in time. Sergio Busquets came back and made the challenge, and then he gave their assistant referee a real mouthful.
Little threat there from Getafe. They get the ball forward into the channels. Lack of numbers for the Barcelona players. You can see why they contended the decision. Looked to be a yard or two offside there.
Pedro Rios with the corner. It's fired back in by Ruben Perez. It took a deflection. It wasn't a bad effort, was it?
It was an excellent effort. Nothing Valdez could do. Again, a technically good player, central midfield player. Perfect technique there. Gets his head over the ball. That's inches past the post.
Hasn't scored a goal for Getafe. So Pedro Rios with another corner here. This is their main threat. They're a bigger team than Barcelona. Only really Busquets and Puyol, who good aerial ability in the Barca team. It's Busquets who got that away. Ruben Perez with a meaty challenge, but it's a fair one.
He really committed 4 players into the box, though. 2 or 3 ringing the edge of the box. This is where Ruben Perez picked up the loose ball. Reflection now from Mascherano. So they're not fully committed to attacking the corners. They are aware of the threat that Barcelona turn over possession quickly, clear the ball.
But they are trailing in the game, aren't they? They've got to give it a go at some point, you would imagine.
It's easier said than done, isn't it? It's easy for us to say. Sitting here in the commentary position. A little nudge there from Alexis Sanchez. Imagine if 10 minutes to go and they get a set piece, they will commit more players forward.
Another set piece for Pedro Rios for Getafe. Almost got a little touch on there. Diego Castro tried to emerge with the ball, but Xavi wouldn't let it go. Pedro runs it out though. A little spell of pressure here from Getafe. Pedro Rios tries to break into the box. It's Alexis Sanchez who got back to clear. Masilela eases away from Cuenca. Good pace as well from the South African, and a lovely looking ball in. Good pressure around Miku though. Sergio Busquets who dropped back in. Now here is the counter-attack, but there are plenty of yellow shirts sitting in behind already. Messi runs at them. Iniesta. Out again to Xavi. Messi's continued his run. Diaz doesn't let it go through to his countryman. Good play. Really alert there. Adriano skips away from Diaz. Waits, comes back out to Xavi. Cuenca remains as an option. Rejected all of the earlier runs in the middle. Cuenca tries to go beyond Masilela. Big shout from Miguel Moya. Good goalkeeping.
Getafe just slowly but surely creeping back into the game. That's not Desville. Consecutive corners. An effort from Ruben Perez.
Pedro Rios tries to curl one round the back again for the run of Diego Castro. On his day, he can be a real handful, Pedro Rios. I've seen him have rotten games, to be honest, but he's got terrific delivery when he gets it right. Here's Messi. Early ball this time, but Moya's quickly out. Barcelona looking to reduce the gap. Real Madrid will respond tomorrow. Valencia Rayo, 7 o'clock. That's online. Sky Sports Extra. And then Atletico versus Real. Sky Sports 2 HD. 9 o'clock kickoff. Wednesday night. Adriano, now Messi, a little bit of room in front of him, and Cuenca goes across the middle. Oh, and it's a miss by Alexis Sanchez. Well, he probably should have scored there. Would have been his second and Barcelona's second of the game. Went with his right foot, I think, and the goal was there to be hit.
He should have trusted his left foot. It's a smashing cross by Cuenca. Impossible for the defenders to deal with. Too far away for the goalkeeper Moya to come and collect. Had too much pace on it. He goes with the outside of his right foot, and I say he should have trusted his left. The inside of the foot finish with his left, it would have been a comfortable finish. They need this second goal, Barcelona. Getafe very much still in this match.
Free kick goes against Iniesta, which doesn't go down well with the Camp Nou faithful. They go long and they try and use the pace of Miku again against Mascherano. Barcelona have got young defenders on the bench. I've seen a little bit of Montoya recently. That's a very good player, actually. Muniesa and Bartra also available. Pedro Rios can't get beyond Sergio Busquets. Adriano. And the outlet ball once again is Cuenca. Pedro in a chase here with Juan Rodriguez. Good play. There's some good experienced players in their team, Getafe.
Midfield players in particular are working so hard. They've had a good balance so far, Getafe, between defence and attack. And they've got forward. The opportunities they've had, they've got people forward in support. Not too many, but enough. Whenever it breaks down, the midfield players, Juan Rodriguez, we saw there, galloping back to help out. Ruben Perez from Casquero. Javier slightly more advanced. It's hard to maintain that work rate for 90 minutes when you really get a touch of the ball. As I said, Getafe very much still in this match. Barcelona wasted 2 or 3 really good chances. They know, they're fully aware they're a set piece, possibly away from conceding an equaliser.
The wind is causing a bit of a problem here with the advertising around the pitch. And the protective barriers that are around the cameras as well blowing away. Miguel Torres, former Real Madrid man. Busquets to Xavi. Slows it down, has a look, changes direction. Pedro. So they try to go through Xavi again. This time he goes to the man hanging out wide on the right. It's Cuenca. Now Messi. He goes dancing between players, but it's Ruben Perez who the foot on the ball. Mistake there, though, by Casquero. Messi again, Catadias so quickly in.
I was on to check there, it was the left side, the three defenders. Adriano in the right wing position.
Messi held up by Catadias, but not knocked off the ball. Iniesta. So Cuenca again, seen as much of the ball as anybody. Puyol. Sergio Busquets hardly ever gets a goal.
They keep stretching the Getafe defence. The fullbacks, it's a dilemma. They know they've been told to stay narrow, but when the ball keeps getting transferred and shifted from left to right, out to the winger, it's too much for them to resist. They have to go out. Barcelona just waiting for those gaps down the centre of defence.
And here comes Pedro into one of those gaps. Back in the challenge there of Juan Rodriguez. It's like one fencer with a rapier and one with a shield, just trying to keep out the various attacks. They got through once. Well, they scored once, got through a number of times. It's Xavi. And Cuenca with the ball in that's deflected, and Moya deals with it in the end.
See Getafe with a narrow back four and a narrow midfield five. They're quite happy, as a lot of teams are, to give up the width. I feel they've got a more than reasonable chance of defending across, particularly if it's high. Barcelona happy to go 4 or 5 times, switching the point of attack. They're desperately searching for a way through the middle.
So they've gone to Messi again. Not a bad option when you need a way through. Pedro. Messi decided to, I think he just deliberately let that run. Either that or he was looking for the little layoff to Iniesta. Adriano doing his defensive work. Victor Valdez gets a rare touch. Iniesta to Cuenca. And everyone resumes their positions again. Here goes Messi through the middle this time. Looks for the 1-2, and it's Catadias standing strong. Diego Castro. Celela lending a hand to the attack. Ruben Perez, Diego Castro. They beat Sporting in their last game. Getafe. He got a goal. Diego Castro almost condemning his old team to relegation. They're not down yet, but got an awful lot of work to do. Getafe still thinking of a European place. Top 6 is what's required almost certainly now. Iniesta.
Brilliant piece of play there by Sergio Busquets. He set himself up in the centre of the back four. Getafe had possession. When Getafe transferred the ball into the centre of midfield, he was on the march, he was anticipating it, got there and closed down as well. Performing 2 jobs in the midfield there for Barcelona tonight.
Pedro Rios stole the ball back. Casquero's hardly been on the ball at all. Almost got ball forward there to Miku. Does look as though he's able to give Mascherano a problem. He just was able to see more of the ball, of course. Xavi out to Pedro. Good play here by Pedro, just overran it slightly. Ruben Perez got back in. presumably, Terry, Roberto Di Matteo will be watching this either live or on a DVD at some point. Chelsea won't play exactly like this. Of course, you wouldn't expect it at the bridge, but they'll be learning something, won't they, about the way to frustrate Barca.
I'm sure Roberto Di Matteo will be looking really closely at this. This is no surprise, though, when Getafe have played. As you said, so many teams are quite happy for Barcelona to get the ball wide and cross it. No obvious number 9 type of centre-forward. 6-footer that's going to knock people over in the box and get the end of crosses. It's a totally different style of attack for Barcelona.
Here goes Messi. Good tackle again by Diaz. Such a reliable defender. Has only missed 1 game all season, Diaz, through suspension. That's no surprise. Busquets getting back in front of Miku.
Getafe being able to play with no real pressure. A little bit of anxiety creeping into the Barcelona game now. They should be ahead by more than just the 1 goal. As things stand, plenty of work for them to do.
Would have been nice to have got 3 or 4 from their point of view and able to relax a bit in the second half. They're still going to have to work hard here, Barca. Adriano and Pedro. Crosses first time into the box this time. Casquero came back. Masalela heads away. Best of clearances by Diego Castro. Messi taking on Ruben Perez. Xavi and Cuenca. Still Cuenca. They want it in the middle this time. Can't get it beyond the mass ranks of midfielders in support of Masalela. Diaz again, who's very quickly out. Every time Messi picks up the ball, edge of the penalty area. The big man from Argentina is right on top of it. Now Iniesta trying to get Alexis Sanchez away, but Getafe continuing their dogged, increasingly impressive defending.
It's definitely under instruction, is it? Diaz from Luis Garcia, the coach. Not to allow Messi any time to turn. Even when he drops into a deeper position, one of the central defenders, Diaz or Alexis, following Messi. Just a variation. Some teams allow him to turn and get bodies back behind the ball. Getafe tonight, following around the tactic, getting close to Messi, following him.
Here he goes. They'll have to try and follow him again. It's Iniesta and it's Messi once more. Oh wow! There he goes again. The unstoppable Lionel Messi. They've tried everything to stop him. For a few moments there, we thought that they might just have achieved it. And then he spears one into the top corner of the Getafe net. And Messi has got the season's goal, number 61.
You just can't keep him quiet. Again, it's at the time of the game. The teams do tire. Just before half-time, they've worked so hard, Getafe. This is the one of the few times they don't go tight with him. He plays a little give and go with Iniesta. No wonder he's got 61 goals with a finish like that. Power, top corner, no chance for Moya. Routine stuff for Lionel Messi. A spectacular goal for any normal footballer. An important goal as well. You get a little bit anxious. Okay, the squad are celebrating.
Just a little bit rattled. Getafe 2-0 down. They haven't played badly.
They've dug in there. They've done really well defensively. Not the performance of the fullbacks. They've defended well against the wide players. Just a couple of bits of brilliance from Barcelona. Alexis Sanchez and Messi. Quick passing around the edge of the box has been the undoing of Getafe on both occasions. their belief was growing, wasn't it, Getafe? Just the one goal behind. They were getting a bit more possession. They were causing more of a threat than behind the Barcelona defence. So interesting to see how they respond to going now 2 goals behind the Camp Nou.
Seconds of the first half to play. Is that enough time for Barca to get themselves another chance? It's Xavi. Is it enough time for Getafe to get another touch of the ball? It's Xavi again. Alexis Sanchez is going through the middle. Alexis, the defender, does get a useful touch on it. And that's half-time rather than a foul. You can't keep your eyes off Lionel Messi for more than a moment. Just when they thought they might have been able to keep him quiet, he went through again. His 39th goal in La Liga, and on top of the one from Alexis Sanchez, it puts Barcelona in a comfortable position at half-time, on their way to a 10th consecutive victory in La Liga. Barcelona at half-time lead Getafe by 2-0. Welcome back. Getafe have never won at the Camp Nou. Got a couple of draws, but it's a tall order, of course. They've been in form, 13 points from their last 6 games. Referee just checking with everybody that they are ready at the start of this second half. It's Getafe in the yellow shirts to get us underway then, trailing by 2-0. Alexis Sanchez and Lionel Messi, the goal scorers. Predictable that Messi should score again this amazing season. A couple of players offside there, so Diego Castro and Miku didn't chase it through. Is there a way back into the game, Terry, for Getafe in the second half?
It isn't impossible, but very highly unlikely. The second goal was really important. I think the mindset change from the Getafe players, it would have done. At 1-0 down, they believed probably that they were banking on a mistake from Barcelona, or take advantage of a corner or a free kick. 2-0 just before half-time. It crossed their minds that they're not going to get anything out of this game. Putting such a good effort, defensively in particular. Midfield players worked really hard. They had to continue that style of play in the same vein of form, and hope it's them that get the next goal. We saw Barcelona again dominated possession, and in fairness, they probably should have been more than 2 goals ahead. A couple of really good missed chances.
It's the Barcelona team just going across the bottom of your screen. Adriano is nominally a defender, but he and Puyol have been a long way forward. Busquets dropping in to support Mascherano from time to time. Pretty experienced-looking team, sent out by Luis Garcia, the coach of Getafe. Getafe are in mid-table, 10th at the start of the weekend, of this round of action in midweek. One of 4 teams on 42 points, with hope of a European place. Actually, their fixtures are not too bad after this one, which probably write off in terms of expecting 10 points. They've got Sevilla next Monday, Granada, Mallorca, Racing, Athletic and Zaragoza. So, not a bad bet to creep into the top 6. Anything at all from tonight would be a bonus. I think they knew that coming into the game. And Xavi's on the ball again, and Cuenca saw an awful lot of it, hanging in this wide right position, the young Catalan. Now Lionel Messi. Haven't really been able to find Miku when they have played the ball up towards him. Messi again, goes dancing towards those defenders, offside then against Alexis Sanchez. Wasn't the intention, I don't think, of Messi to play him in.
Sort of damaged him in the first half with both goals. A sudden change in pace. Alexis Sanchez just across the 18-yard line ahead of the Getafe defenders in an offside position, but the pace, trickery and skill around the edge of the 18-yard box. Just too much for the Getafe defenders to deal with at times.
Puyol with a free header. Juan Rodriguez free transfer signing from Deportivo when they were relegated last season. Bit of pressure on Pedro to do some defending there. Victor Valdez, left-footed, so confident with the ball at his feet, the Barcelona goalkeeper.
There was an injury from Lionel Messi.
Doesn't like the wind.
Yeah.
Here he is again. Oh, and there goes Iniesta. Good interception, though, by Cata Diaz. Xavi quickly gets it moving again, though. Pedro across the face. It was a diving header by Lionel Messi. Couldn't get enough on it. If anything, he took it away from Alexis Sanchez.
I think the Getafe players are appealing. I wonder if they were accusing Lionel Messi of handball.
It is a handball. Yellow card.
It's not offside. Makes a really good run across the front of Alexis.
Does he actually handle it? His hand is raised.
I'm not convinced. There's no argument, though, from Lionel Messi.
He's actually served a suspension this season. Handball is his usual method of picking up a booking. Often surreptitious touch of the ball as he's trying to control it with the hand. Iniesta dragged back there by Casquero. Barcelona have a man down. Pedro on the far side, is it? Eventually, it's out of play.
Miguel Tavares just grabs the shirt of Pedro. On the fault, Pedro appears to avert his arm.
Net result was that his own team had to stop an attack. We did see Dani Alves take one flush in the face, didn't we? And while he was down on the ground, Barcelona went downfield and scored. Dani Alves out tonight with a thigh strain. Piqué missing as well. Says Fabregas suspended. Sergio Busquets recalled. Pedro Rios almost thought he was in. Lionel Messi. And Iniesta. There goes Messi. And a scoop pass to him. And it's Alexis, the Getafe defender, comes across, gets a useful header on that one. Haven't done too much wrong, the two central defenders for Getafe. They've been beaten, though, twice. 2 goals to Barcelona. The Messi corner. It's away by Miku. Casquero. And ball given against Xavi. And the so-called directive about consistent yellow card over handballs goes out of the window again. Half the time they do, half the time they don't.
That's consistent. The second time in the second half, the game hasn't really got a flow to it as yet. Challenge from Miku, Mascherano.
The rain is coming down more heavily than it was in the first half. Usually suits Barcelona, that of course, a slightly greasy pitch. Getafe doing their pressing a bit higher up the pitch that time, and it got the desired result as well with a misplaced pass and a throw. Moya has to go long, and that's the difference, isn't it? Passing options just weren't available. The ball goes long. Barcelona win it back again.
Too many Getafe players want the ball out the back, that deep in their own part of the pitch.
Here's Cuenca yet again. Iniesta and Messi. Skates around one challenge, Messi. Almost got Xavi away, couldn't control it, just a bit too much fizz on the ball.
He's really making it his purpose tonight, Xavi. When Messi drops deep, it's important, imperative that someone goes into that central attacking role. Most of the time it's been Alexis Sanchez, but when Xavi spots the opportunity, he gets in there. Again, it's trust to a teammate. There we see an obvious foul from Puyol. You know you've got half a chance when you're Xavi making that run that Messi is going to see it. They fizz the pass in.
Well, Getafe have a free kick. They didn't exactly overcommit with these in the first half. Pedro Rios got Cata Diaz to aim for. Alexis is there as well. Comes out to Cata Diaz, and he managed to hit the crossbar. Well, they were looking for a flag there. It was only just played back in, and the drop down onto the top of the bar rather than seriously threatened to go in.
You see Diego Castro and Cuenca both pull in each other's shirts there. The referee didn't spot it. Cata Diaz was just trying to put it back into the danger area. Nearly got lucky, nearly beat Victor Valdez. It's a little bit flat at the start of the second half, though, from Barcelona. That second goal hasn't really allowed them to push on.
There was an element, isn't it? And they get the same at the Bernabeu as well, that the supporters sit there and wait for the team to entertain them and expect the goals to keep on flowing in.
Just at the 163 times that's happened this season. Slightly spoilt here. Supporting Barcelona Football Club.
92 in the league. Trailing considerably behind Real Madrid's 100. But plenty of goals in other competitions. 33 in the Champions League. It's an incredible tally, isn't it? So it's not just against Spanish teams that they do it. As we saw when Leverkusen in the Champions League decided to take them on, blow for blow, as it were, got absolutely hammered. Here goes Alexis Sanchez into the penalty area. It's a well-timed tackle by Miguel Torres.
33 in the Champions League is the same total as Getafe in LaLiga.
And what is it, 23 in the Copa del Rey, with the final to come. And then the various Super Cups and the World Club Championship. Incredible tally of games that they play, and of course this is match number 55. It's Messi's 51st. Now they've won the ball back, but with a foul. For once it looked as though Xavi might have overplayed. Usually, and I guess there, because he got the free kick, is usually the master of judging when to play and when to pass.
I think it was fortunate there, though. Good hustling from the Getafe midfield players, Ruben Perez in particular.
Here's Messi, and he drifts away from the tackles again, and once more it was Xavi breaking into the penalty area. It's his best goal-scoring season of his career. It's well played by Mascherano, did really well to keep it in. Andres Iniesta to Xavi and Busquets. And Gonzalez, the match referee, only gets in the Barcelona passing game.
It was a back heel, though.
Must be quite tough sometimes for the referee, though, wasn't it, with that ball fizzing around tight areas so quickly.
See 9 defending players there. We're in the width of the 18-yard box.
Cuenca gets the ball into the penalty area. Alexis stretches to clear behind.
efforts to keep the ball in play. First Mascherano, then it's Puyol who slid in. The tempo of the game has dropped a bit in the second half.
Fired in by Xavi for Puyol. His powerful header, offside flag was then raised against Alexis Sanchez. Puyol always maintains the intensity, doesn't he?
Very much so. A wonderful leader. Outstanding footballer. We've seen him again tonight, playing in a slightly different position, where he can play right back, left back, centre back, or right of a three. Exactly what you're going to get from Carlos Puyol.
Turn 34 this coming Friday. Bit of work for the defenders to do now. It's Miku. Adriano gets a touch in. Mascherano. Sufficient pressure for him to have to clear. Good pressure again, though, by Alexis Sanchez. He's feisty, isn't he? He adds that little bit of bite to the Barcelona front line.
Getafe still making life difficult for Barcelona, certainly not having all their own way. Really making it difficult for Barcelona to create clear-cut chances. No obvious sign of tactics from Luis Garcia in terms of trying to get his side back into the game at this stage of the match. It will have to come a time, though, if it's just two. Goal deficit. He might make one or two changes in personnel in terms of style of play.
You see the young Getafe coach just prowling the touchline. Danny Huitha is amongst the subs. Hasn't had a great season though since returning to Spain. Barada's another option as well, the young Frenchman. All in the future. Just for now, though, this is Messi. There goes Xavi into that penalty area again. Iniesta tries to give it back to him with the first-time ball. Now then, Iniesta goes over the challenge. The referee had almost turned away. There's a case to answer, certainly. Now Puyol. Puyol takes on Masilela and forces a corner.
Iniesta, I think he can keep in the box. He nutmegs Ruben Perez. Iniesta makes a little bit too much of it, goes down too easily. There's a little contact with the hip. Perez is trying to pull himself out of the tackle.
Iniesta in. Cuenca, he made the run. Just couldn't quite get the timing right. Just went to address the ball.
It's a young bench for Pep Guardiola tonight, taking out Seydou Keita and Pinto, of course. Nice to Thiago, Muniesa, Bartra, Montoya, Teo, all young players. The squad is being stretched at the moment. It's an important stage of the season. The long-term injuries to David Villa, Afellay, and the illness to Abidal, PK, Fabregas missing tonight. Dani Alves.
And they allowed Maxwell to leave as well, didn't they? Which might look on as a minor mistake. But there are defenders he's not using, good players as well, actually. Be interesting to see, though, in the games against Chelsea and Real Madrid, exactly which defenders he does feel he can trust and rely on. Might be bigger tests for Mascherano in particular to come in those games. Xavi to Cuenca. Alexis to Iniesta. Messi made the run. Alexis Sanchez couldn't get it out of his feet in time to supply, but terrific anticipation again by Sergio Busquets. Now Pedro, Iniesta. Lovely play again by Andres Iniesta. Cuenca against Masilela. Done pretty well against him. Iniesta. It's a good play by Pedro Rios. Now Diego Castro. That's a disappointing end, isn't it? Needed to be more careful with that pass.
Talk about possession and stats. I'm working out the last 50 passes, 48 have been Barcelona's.
And there's some room this time for Iniesta. And he delays before getting Pedro away. Catadias comes back in, puts it over his own bar.
Defending so well as a unit. Barcelona really find it difficult to find space. Seeing how hard they've had to work for the 2 goals tonight. Brilliant piece of football. But in general, Getafe led by Catadias. Defending really great determination. They're frustrating Barcelona, who clearly like to go on and get more goals.
Messi's corner. Miku wins another defensive header. Miguel Torres gives Barcelona another go from a corner. Again, it goes in. Puyol attacks it, gives the free kick away. Without Piqué in the side, it's not the most productive avenue, is it? Swinging that ball in, you would have thought. Is that a double change? Barada was there talking to Luis Garcia.
It goes in against Ruben Perez. Eyes firmly fixed on the ball. I don't think it was a foul. Just a clear indication of the determination of Carlos Puyol. He probably is the only target, isn't he, along with Sergio Busquets?
And Busquets hasn't scored in 81 games, though. There are plenty of people around to do that for him, particularly Messi. Again, Barcelona supremely confident, playing out from the back, backing their own ability on the ball. Defenders, midfielders, attackers. As if there is a distinction between them these days for Barcelona. Here's Alexis Sanchez. Caught late. Ref says play on. So, after a brief delay, they do. Messi with 2 lines of yellow shirts in front of him, between him and the goal. So once again, they'll have to try and plot a way through with Isaac Cuenca. Oh, he's missed his cross almost there. All right, saying that was just a miss-hit cross. Good save by Moya.
I think we're assuming it's a miss-hit cross, isn't it? As he shifts the ball outside. Quick touches. I'm pretty sure he's going for a cross. Just slightly cuts across it. Surprises the keeper, Moya.
Another corner. Once again, it's played in, looking for Puyol. Once again, that's the flag raised this time. I think it might be offside against Alexis Sanchez again. Gavilan also going on here. So Diego Castro goes off. So that's not a tactical change yet, because it's nominally attacking midfield. I haven't seen him do much attacking today. Diego Castro, and Gavilan comes on, and it's Juan Rodriguez also replaced for Barada. So technically, Terry, it is slightly attacking change, isn't it, with 2 more offensive-minded midfield players coming on.
I'd say so. On Luis Garcia believes that his team, at this stage of the match, it's worth trying. It's get some more yellow shirts up the pitch. They've defended for best part of 70 minutes really well. It's mainly due to the fact they've had large numbers of players. We took about 2 banks. It was a bank of 4, in the midfield 5. Miku was the only player anywhere near the halfway line. Barada and Gavilan. It's going to be interesting to see if there is a change in philosophy.
Gavilan's had terrible problems with injuries since signing full-time for Getafe. He played quite a lot for them when he was on loan from Valencia. And they splashed out some money, and he's been out of action for most of the time, but he's been building his way back into regular first-team action. Barada's a young man who came in from Paris Saint-Germain, initially for the Getafe B team. Here's Messi. Xavi again. No changes yet from Pep Guardiola, but it's been a low-tempo second half. That probably suits him. That late goal in the first half sort of has taken the sting out of the match. Alexis Sanchez. Cuenca this time picking up more centrally. And he miscontrolled and gave the free kick away.
Slight control from Cuenca. His head up was looking for a pass. He crashes into a couple of challenges to try and win it back. Miguel Torres with a late challenge on Pedro. The referee now on the advantage.
Good play by Miku to find Pedro Rios. And now Miguel Torres getting forward. Hardly seen this at all in the game at all so far. It should be a corner. It is.
So Pedro Rios there getting forward. Now we'll see if Catadias and Alexis have both made their way into the 18-yard box.
Change of corner taker with a substitute, Jaime Gavilan. Parada's quite tall as well, isn't he? Drilled in. Mascherano won it. Puyol missed it. Ruben Perez fires it back in. And it was well judged by Alexis Sanchez to leave that to go behind.
I think it was a really good chance there for Miku. Puyol eventually cleared it. So Montoya, Teo, Keita going through their paces.
Xavi to Cuenca. Back again through the playmaker, Xavi and Iniesta. Busquets to Messi. A little bit of pace in the attack here. Heavy touch by Cuenca, but he'll get there. And play it into the middle. Oh, what a header. Alexis Sanchez, the number 9 for Barcelona. With the second goal of the night. A terrific finish by Alexis. Barcelona 3, Getafe 0.
I was bemoaning the fact in the first half that Barcelona don't score goals like this. It was Cuenca. He's kept his width all night long. He has a heavy touch, but he has the pace to get there. There's only one option. He has to dink it in, he has to chip it, elevate the cross into the box. Only one Barcelona player is in a position to attack the cross. And Alexis showing good aggression, good technique, a good leap. Good power on the header as well to thump it past Moya. Good centre-forward play from Alexis Sanchez. Couple on the night. Looking more and more like a perfect fit for Barcelona.
There's There's Miku, almost got a lucky break. 3-0, accurate reflection, I think, of the way the game has gone. Messi's got one of them, he'd love another. And here he goes again, Lionel Messi. Wide for Cuenca. Got away from his shadow, Masaleda, to set up the goal. This time the South African gives the free kick away. It's 13 goals for Barcelona now for Alexis Sanchez this season. And it's 164 for the season for the club. Already broken their own record.
Slightly fortunate that both centre-halves got dragged across, so it was him against Miguel Torres. Miscellaneous out, won the ball cleanly enough.
A Messi free kick with a quarter of an hour left to play. Oh, it's another fine header. This time it's Pedro. Well, Barcelona are scoring some very un-Barcelona-like goals here. Cross into the penalty area. But another super finish for 4-0.
There should be no way that Barcelona scored out. They were outnumbered. In terms of height and stature in the box, it should have been no contest. I think there's 7 Getafe defenders in there against 3 or 4 Barcelona players. Loads of yellow shirts. The set piece has pace on it. As Pedro runs across the defence, loses his marker. He gets that touch at the near post. He's just flicking that goalwards. He's hoping it's either going to end up in the back of the net or a teammate can get on the end of the flick. He's certainly wrapped up the game now, says Fabregas, just keep a check on the score.
Martin Montoya coming on to replace Adriano. The young defender will be 21 on Saturday. Only played a handful of senior games for Barcelona, but he's already been in the senior Spain squad. Played for them at various youth levels. Here's a break into the area there for Miguel Torres. 4-0. Might just poke at the pride of Getafe.
The resistance has been broken well and truly now, and the last couple of goals a bit disappointingly conceded by them in the manner which they've conceded them.
More live action from La Liga Wednesday night. The first game is online. Valencia Rayo from 7 on Sky Sports Extra via the Sky Sports website. And then the big game on Sky Sports 2 HD is the Madrid derby. Atletico versus Real from 9 o'clock. And the gap will stand at just 1 when they kick off at the Vicente Calderon tomorrow night. How much would Atletico Madrid love to stick a spoke in the works for Real Madrid, looking to regain the title? Hat-trick of championships for this Barcelona team. These players so well decorated, of course, the Spanish players amongst the Barcelona ranks of so many of them have a clean sweep of medals, don't they? Xavi is one of the most decorated players of all time, isn't he, with his 6 La Liga titles, 3 Champions League, European Championship and World Cup to their name. Puyol and Iniesta the same. They've got 1 less title than Xavi. Yellow card for Gavilan. I think you'd have to say Pele is probably the most decorated player of all time, but it's a good debate after that. And these guys are really high up there. They're ahead of the Germans, who had a very similar run in the 70s, the Gerd Müller, Franz Beckenbauer team, and that they've won more Spanish titles than the Bayern Munich did German titles. Here goes Messi. Miguel Torres came and cleared and almost put it into the path of Alexis Sanchez, but look at that pace again there from the Chilean to keep it in, to keep the attack going. It's Cuenca. And here is Xavi. Lovely movement, and it's Puyol. Can Puyol create a goal? Hold it back for Messi. Too much pace on it, even for Messi to control.
But we have seen him score those before. Barcelona turning on the style now. It's in danger of becoming a rout.
Well, Pedro has got another goal. His ninth of the season. It was a lovely finish as well. And so he will be feeling a whole lot better about his season, and he'll get a standing ovation as well from the home supporters. Replaced by another young player from La Masia, the Barcelona academy, Teo.
Supporters will be pleased to see a really influential player getting back to his best.
That's Burada. And Miguel Torres. They're getting players forward this time, Getafe. Good play by Puyol. He's not giving it up at 4-0, is he? Desperate for another clean sheet. They get more clean sheets than anybody else. Barca. They've dropped more points, crucially, than Real Madrid, but we'll see whether that changes tomorrow.
Miguel Torres be absolutely delighted. Pedro's gone off, replaced by an even quicker version of a winger. Teo has really caused problems this season, mainly as an impact player, but 7 goals to his name in his first season in first-team football.
And he does have blistering pace as well, doesn't he? Be good to see a straight sprint between Alexis Sanchez and Christian Teo. And Messi, it's Messi into the penalty area. Trying to come back inside Cata Diaz. The big, strong Getafe defender and captain read the intention there of his former Argentina teammate. Muniesa will be the next change to be made here. Another young defender. Oh, lovely play. Toe on that, I think from Miguel Torres it was, as Messi was threatening to sneak it in at the near post.
It's not daft, you know, Lionel Messi. He knows there's goals to be had. He knows the team are tired. His opponents are really tired. And he's still so sharp. He's chasing goals, 10 minutes to go.
They go short this time. It's a lovely ball back again to Messi. Cata Diaz, he's got through some defending.
He certainly sticks to his task, doesn't he, Cata Diaz? And Alexis and Miguel Torres, Barcelona, doing everything they can.
Here goes Teo. Marceleda come back. Took a little touch off Teo there, which is why it stayed in play. Alexis aware of the pace there of the Barcelona sub and was in retreat. Slight mistake made by Montoya, just pulling it behind Iniesta. Even now, though, doggedly sticking to it, refusing to give up possession. Mascherano in. Gavilan's been booked once. He does have to be careful. It would be an ignominious game if he were to be sent off. Mascherano is replaced by Muniesa, the 20-year-old. A couple of Champions League appearances to his name. frequently linked with central defenders. Doesn't have a great record of buying central defenders, actually, Pep Guardiola. But we're told he does have faith in these young guys coming through. And it's Teo and Xavi and Montoya again, and he's at Cuenca. Montoya, the right back position now. I think that's his favoured position. Muniesa pops up on the wide left. Iniesta and Teo. And Messi. Oh, so unlucky. It's just a touch on that from Miguel Torres. They might well have been. Now, as we look at this Barcelona team, having made the changes, Terry, we're right in saying there's only Alexis Sanchez of the 11 who was actually bought to the club for money. Everybody else come through the ranks.
I've often kept an eye on it. Pep Guardiola was determined at one stage, it probably has happened, to try and get all 11 out there. Tonight it's 10, plus Alexis Sanchez. There's Muniesa coming on, Montoya, Teo, joining the rest.
Oh, Messi, I think, made a wrong call there for once. Teo had fired the starting pistol and was off. Xavi goes through the middle again. It's Lionel Messi. Good save by Moya. Went with the right foot, went with power. It was on target as well.
It really does range from all ages, doesn't it? We've got Puyol, Valdez and Xavi, the senior players, then the people like Iniesta, 27 years of age, and Busquets at 23, Messi 24, and then you've got the real young ones now.
Xavi. Alexis Sanchez will fancy a hat-trick, of course. Now Teo. There he goes on the outside. Good goalkeeping. It wasn't a bad ball back across there by Teo. Pedro Rios. Morata would have been offside had it got through to it. It didn't. Hit the wall of Carles Puyol.
They're stretched now, aren't they? Back four, two midfield players staying. The rest of the Getafe players were trying to get forward there. To get a consolation goal.
%73% possession. Used to raise eyebrows when we first saw that kind of possession stat, but we get used to it now, particularly with Barcelona home matches. Iniesta sends Cuenca away to the penalty area again, and Moya at full stretch keeps it away from Alexis Sanchez and from Messi.
On a couple of occasions now, Moya's made the save, he spilled it. Barcelona just needed some backup. Someone arriving around the penalty spot for a tap-in. Not a huge complaint, though, sure, from Pep Guardiola at 4-0 ahead.
Montoya. And Xavi sees that Teo is there, also Messi. It's good that you're thinking of ways for them to add to their 165-goal tally, though, Terry. And here goes Messi again. And still Lionel Messi. Is there a special finish? Moya got a touch on it. And they get it away. Big credit there to Alexis.
Well, he was slightly fortunate, but the rest of it, only slightly. And when he got the ball back, the rest of it was just sheer brilliance. Miguel Torres doesn't think there's no way out for Lionel Messi. It's about 8. Swivel with the hips. Gets lucky there, but then look, skips around Cata Diaz, who can't make the challenge in the box. He goes for the chip. Trying to feed Alexis Sanchez the chance to complete a hat-trick. Must be a real burden for Lionel Messi. Every time he plays against Getafe, he starts running with the ball from deep. Memories of that goal come flooding back. That goal, I think we all know the goal I'm talking about.
In by Xavi and out again. Actually lost that tie, though, didn't they, overall? They lost 4-0, didn't they, in the second leg? I think Michael also experienced a victory for Getafe over Barcelona. Results from earlier. Osasuna back with a win after their humiliation against Rayo Vallecano. 6-0. Extraordinary scoreline. Full programme of matches in midweek again in Spain. And then we're back with the Champions League next week. 5 Spanish clubs left in European competition, of course. 3 in the semis of the Europa League. Getafe doing some attacking, but it's Andres Iniesta who got it away. It was Arroyo who put the cross in. 2 minutes of added time at the end of this game.
Barcelona missed a few chances tonight. Obviously, no doubt they deserved the 3 points. Getafe will be disappointed with the last 2 goals that have been conceded, though. The first 2 were just down to brilliant play, attacking play from Barcelona. Allowing Alexis Sanchez the chance to score a far post header. And Pedro, a header from a set piece, will disappoint Luis Garcia. For Barcelona, they can't afford any slip-ups, mistakes. It hasn't happened tonight.
And ball against Teo. No yellow card this time, so that's 1 in 3 for automatic yellow cards.
Quinca fires it across. Good goalkeeping from Moya. Just needs someone there around the penalty spot for a tap-in.
Well, he's been busy, Moya. Actually hasn't had a bad game at all, has he?
Not fault with any of the goals. Made a string of fine saves. Barcelona continue to win. Impeccable recent run of form in the league. Piling on the pressure on Real Madrid.
And it is all over. 2 goals from Alexis Sanchez. 1 for Messi, 1 for Pedro. Barcelona have stretched their winning run now to 10 straight games in La Liga. They've stretched their goal-scoring tally to 165 in the course of the season. And in doing so, they've piled more pressure still on Real Madrid ahead of the Madrid derby Wednesday night against Atletico. The gap from 10 is down to 1. Barca continue to pile the pressure. Comfortable win over Getafe. Barcelona 4, Getafe 0.